In this month's River Matters segment, I'm speaking with Michelle Spangler, a Minnesota water steward. Welcome, Michelle.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I must admit, I did not know what a Minnesota water steward was or what they did. And so, would you mind telling our viewers how you became one and what it is that you do?
Sure. I first learned about the Minnesota Water Steward Program back in 2016. I was reading an article in the Minnesota Monthly Magazine, and there was a story of a group of stewards putting in a rain garden in a church parking lot. And I just thought that's really cool. That's what I would love to do. I have a background in science education, and it's just a perfect blend of education as well as, putting those ideas into action. So the goal of the program is to create neighborhood leaders that can advocate for clean water issues in their communities and be a resource for their neighbors.
I heard that you started an Adopt a Storm Drain program or challenge. What inspired you to get this going?
I had no idea that everything that enters our streets and enters our storm drains flows straight into the Mississippi River, at least in my neighborhood in Northeast, without any sort of filtering. It was only when I became a water steward that I learned that. And when my son started kindergarten a couple of years ago, I had a lot of time at the bus stop staring at the storm drains on the corner that were clogged with leaves and flooding a bit in the spring. So I went online, I went to adoptadrain.org and adopted those storm drains and started cleaning them up. And I wanted to learn more about the program. And I learned that a couple neighborhoods in St. Paul had a contest to see which neighborhood could adopt the most storm drains. And I can be a bit competitive. And so I thought if St. Paul can do it, Northeast Minneapolis can do it even better. So I reached out to my neighborhood association, and it just kind of took off from there.
It's kind of scary to think that everything that goes into our storm drains ends up into the river. That's a great challenge and a great program. How did your community respond?
They were really enthusiastic. I spoke at a lot of neighborhood associations, letting them know about the challenge. This was early this year when we can still go places. And everyone was just really excited and joined the challenge. And we were going to have a big kickoff party. And we were just really excited. My council person was on board, and I had partners with the city of Minneapolis and the Adopt a Drain organization and my watershed district, MWMO. It was really exciting. And then COVID happened, and, it really slowed everything down. But we still got the word out about the challenge through social media and neighborhood newsletters. And I think it was actually a really good thing for this year. I think people needed something to do something that created some good in the world this year, and cleaning out storm drains is the perfect way to do that. So it was a good year, as it turned out, to have a storm drain challenge.
A great year for that because it's easy to social distance and we all need something to do. And that's something that's having a direct impact on the community in a very positive way. How have you measured the success of this program?
When we first started, I had no idea. My training as a teacher, I was trained to set measurable and quantifiable goals, and nothing on this scale had been done before, so we didn't know what to expect. But as it turned out, over the course of the challenge, we found that Northeast neighborhoods saw a 40% increase in the storm drains that were adopted, whereas other neighborhoods only saw a 14% increase in storm drain adoptions. So that stat just really blew me away when I learned that. I had no idea that it was going to make that big of a difference, and getting the word out about the role that storm drains play in the health of our river. And we kept over 2,700 pounds of waste out of the river over the course of the challenge and adopted 260 storm drains. So just really, really exciting.
That's measurable success for sure. I never knew it was so easy to make such a big impact. Thank you so much for being with me today, Michelle.
Thank you.